Quality care close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
Protecting the newest Overton County residents. Livingston Regional, named one of the state's best award winners for its work at reducing infant mortality. The BEST Award focuses on the importance of breastfeeding, early elective delivery reduction, and safe sleep for Tennessee babies.
Quality care close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
Hello friends, Josh Ford with Puckett's Furniture since 1954, and I'm excited to announce Puckett's 50% inventory liquidation going on now. Huge markdowns, clearly marked on big discount price tags. Every single piece has been put on the bargain block. Many one-of-a-kind items, now is the time to buy. Tax time is here, and I want your business. Hurry before these tremendous selections and values disappear. That's Puckett's 50% inventory liquidation. Come on down!
Hey guys, this is Jason coming to you from Frontier Chevrolet in Livingston, Tennessee, 2350 Cookeville Highway under new management. That is correct. Under new management here at Frontier Chevrolet. Guys, I want to let you guys know about all of the vehicles that we have on the lot right now. We have a big super savings event going on. And if you haven't noticed, we're giving back to the community. We had a turkey giveaway here on Thanksgiving. Be looking forward again coming around Christmas time. We believe it's going back and helping the community a lot. So we want you guys to make sure you like and share the post. That way everybody gets the opportunity to come up here and get a gift at no cost at all to you.
Soddy-Daisy High School in Soddy-Daisy, where the Lady Trojans play host to the Lady Wildcats of Livingston Academy. Soddy-Daisy coming back in their region tournament championship game to upset Signal Mountain. They trailed the entire way until the end. They came up with the win to get their first region championship in over 50 years. I always asked everybody what year. They said, well, it's been over 50 years. They never gave me an exact year. I think they said 1945 is what they were thinking, so that would be longer than that. So it must have been closer than that. But it's been 50 years since they've hosted a sectional round of play, and they host the Lady Wildcats of Livingston Academy tonight, one of the most tradition-rich programs in the state of Tennessee as these two teams get ready to play. Always got to think of different things when you have to go a long way to cover these games. And coming on the ride down tonight, I got to thinking about something that's going to happen tonight, possibly for the Lady Wildcats. If they can get the win tonight against Soddy-Daisy, there are 3 players on this team that their mothers also played in the state tournament. You've got Aaliyah Melton, Amelia Adcock. Amelia Melton played on the 1990 state championship team. You've got Chloe Jenkins. Her mother is Christy Jenkins. She played in the 90s on a state championship team. You've got Bridget Carwile, Bridget Robbins at the time. Her daughter, Mally Carwile, not able to play due to injury, but she will be on the state tournament team, so you got 3 there. Also looking back, you've got Brittany McCoy that played a few years ago in a state tournament. Her mother, Brittany White at the time, Brittany McCoy, played in the state tournament in 1986. You've also got Sunday Watson, the girls' all-time leading scorer, that was a member of that 94 state championship team. Her mother, Terry Spears, played on the 1974 state tournament team, the first ever state tournament team. So that's 5 that I know of that have a mother and daughter that have played on state tournament teams. If you know anybody else, email Tyler there and let him know, and I'll be happy to tell him about it. But those are the 5 that I can figure out coming down here. Can't think of anybody else, but right now we're ready for the national anthem, and we'll come back and get the starters here in Soddy-Daisy.
Between the Livingston Academy Lady Wildcats and the Class 3A East Region Champions, your Soddy-Daisy Lady Trojans. Ladies and gentlemen, if able, will you please rise and kindly remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
That's why
National anthem here at Soddy-Daisy finishing up just outside Chattanooga. As we get ready for this sectional tournament round of play, let's take a moment to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. Livingston Regional Hospital, Lucky Red Stables, Oakley Equipment Rental, Wayne's Grill, Wascon Incorporated, Willow Grove Marina, Livingston Family Healthcare, Gary Maxwell Insurance, Puckett's Family Dentistry, Overton County News, R&M Family Pharmacy, E.B. Gray Jewelry, First Church, Frontier Chevrolet, W&O Construction, Farmers Insurance, Rick Savage, Maynard's Automotive, Hall Funeral Home, Bullseye Security, Exit Rocky Top Realty, Livingston Dairy Queen, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, Jerry's IGA, Highway Tire, Puckett's Furniture and Appliances, Milton Rains and Family, Farley & Sons Construction and Excavation, Full Mower Service, Donovan Savage, and Walnut Grove Church of Christ. Soddy-Daisy, the Lady Trojans are coached by Katie Wright. She is assisted by Randy Ellis. They come in 23-11 on the season. They are the Region 3 AAA champions, beating Signal Mountain in the tournament championship game. They will start number 3, Melody Crawley. Number 10, Olivia Hall. Number 23, Jada Tremere. Number 24, Cameron Varner. And number 35, Hannah Patterson, the starting 5 for the Lady Trojans of Soddy-Daisy High School. Against number 3, Melody Crawley. Number 10, Olivia Hall. Number 23, Jada Tremere. Number 24, Cameron Varner. And number 35, Hannah Patterson, the starting 5 for the Lady Trojans. Rest in the home white, the navy blue trim on the uniforms. Livingston Academy, the Lady Wildcats are 26-7 on the season. They're coached by Leslie Riddle. She is assisted by Billy Sales and Elizabeth Maxwell, and they will start like this. A familiar 5. Number 11, Hallie Ledbetter. Number 12, Aaliyah Melton. Number 14, Keely Mullins. Number 22, Mally Jean Coleman. And number 24, Ellie Butler, the starting 5 for the Lady Wildcats. They are the runners-up of the Region 4 AAA tournament as they suffered a tough defeat in overtime to Upperman, 44-37 on Wednesday night down in Cookville at Tennessee Tech. Again, number 11, Hallie Ledbetter. Number 12, Aaliyah Melton. Number 14, Keely Mullins. Number 22, Mally Jean Coleman. And number 24, Ellie Butler, the starting 5 for the Lady Wildcats of Livingston Academy. As we get ready to get this one underway, a packed house here in Soddy-Daisy. Livingston, a great crowd traveling down here tonight. We know there'll be a lot watching on Overton events as well, and we're happy to have you with us as the Livingston Academy Lady Wildcats are wearing the road blue, the white numbers, the gold trim. For Livingston Academy, Aaliyah Melton will step in to jump for Livingston. Soddy-Daisy still huddled around head coach Katie Wright. Her mother played for legendary UT head coach Pat Summit, was a member of Pat Summit's first ever national championship team. So a good pedigree for Coach Katie Wright as number 23, Jada Tremere, will step in to jump. Ball in the air. Tap control by Livingston. Mullins will bring it across the timeline. Mullins now to Coleman. Coleman to Butler. Back to Coleman on the right wing. Coleman now to Melton up top. Melton right side Coleman. Mally Jean will dribble back out and reset for the Lady Wildcats. Holding up that left wrist still with that thumb protector on it after the dislocated thumb in practice. She'll be able to have a chance to heal that as Ledbetter takes the 19-foot jump shot and knocks it down. Hallie Ledbetter step inside the three-point arc, knocks down the 2. Livingston showing some pressure early as they jump into a little 1-2-1-1 trap. Soddy-Daisy, long pass ahead to Patterson. Patterson drives, layup bouncing, no good. Coleman taps the rebound to Melton. Melton now to Coleman. Coleman quickly to Ledbetter. To Butler running right side. Butler back to Coleman. Coleman up top to Melton. Melton goes inside to Ledbetter. Left corner now to Butler. Her 3 is no good. Rebound though to Coleman. Coleman going to drive. Goes in the lane. Tried to hit Butler. It was knocked away, but it went off of Livingston. Touched last by the Lady Wildcats. And it will go to Soddy-Daisy. As stepping out to throw in will be Cameron Varner. Varner to play the ball in on the end line. Against pressure by Livingston. Inbounds goes to Tremere. Tremere back to Varner. Varner, long pass, knocked away and stolen by Ledbetter. Ledbetter now to Coleman. Coleman there at the half-court stripe to set the offense for Livingston Academy. Coleman will call the offensive set for the Lady Wildcats. We played 1:15 here in the first quarter. Livingston leading 2-0. Ledbetter up top to Coleman. Coleman looks to a cutter. She'll hit Mullins, breaking free to the rim. Layup good. Keely Mullins. They got the high pick and roll, or the high screen to get Mullins free, and Keely lays it up and in for her first 2. The backcourt with it, Patterson. Patterson now That will get it back as they'll bring it across the timeline. Those numbers are hard to see. In the front court with it is Varner. Jumper on the right side, banking no good by Hall, but she gets her own rebound. Hall lob up top. Will get to Patterson. Patterson now will dribble with the right hand, works her way inside. Mullins knocks it away. They'll get it back to Patterson down low. Her jumper banking good. Hannah Patterson to get Soddy-Daisy on the board for the first time. Butler running the other way. Big step in the lane. Shot blocked away on a clean block by Olivia Hall. Now running the other way is going to be Soddy-Daisy. That's Hall. That was number 23 that blocked it. That was Tremere. Right side three by Patterson. No good. Rebound batted around. Butler will come up with it. Now to Coleman wanting to run. Coleman in the front court will drive. Coleman gets inside. Layup rimming. No good. Butler with the offensive rebound. Then she's going to be tied up by Patterson. And the arrow is going to give it to Soddy-Daisy. Livingston leading 4-2 with 5.5 to play here in the first quarter in Chattanooga. Stepping out to throw in will be the Lady Trojans as they play it in to Tremere. Now to Hall. Hall will dribble across the timeline. Hall works at top of the key. She'll drive, gets in the lane, steps through, driving layup good by Olivia Hall. Hall scores her first two to tie the game at 4 apiece as it'll be Livingston coming front court with Ledbetter. Ledbetter into the paint, tried to hit Mullins, threw it over her head and out of bounds. Turnover by the Lady Wildcats. Will give it back to Soddy-Daisy. And stepping out to throw in will be Varner. Varner plays the ball in to Patterson. Livingston backing out of the full court pressure. They'll drop back and settle into that matchup zone that they play so well. Varner now will walk it across the timeline. Varner there at the half court circle. Varner goes left side to Hall. Hall holding the basketball there. Right wing now to Patterson. Patterson looks to a cutter going through. Can't get the ball to Crawley. Now Hall looks to drive. Cut off on the baseline by Mullins. Out top Tremere. Tremere gets inside. Her jumper banking no good. Butler with the rebound for Livingston. Now to Coleman. Coleman will bring it across the timeline. Coleman works it up top to Melton. Melton right wing Butler. Butler holding the basketball there. High post. Ledbetter at the right elbow. Back to Butler. Ellie will take the three. That one's off the back of the iron. No good. Rebound. Kicks long to Crawley with a chance to run. Crawley in the front court. Will cross it over to the left hand. Up top now to Varner. Varner there at the half court circle will set the offense. Goes to Hall, but it's stolen by Butler. Butler will pick it up. Butler will drive. Butler gets inside. Jumper banking good. Ellie Butler. Butler able to draw a little contact, go over the top of it, and bank it home for her first two. Livingston back in front by 2 at 6-4. Varner now to bring it front court. Varner there at the half court circle. Goes right side, Patterson. Patterson deep in three-point range. Looks to a cutter. Can't hit Hall. Okay. Hall left side, Varner. In the corner they go, Tremere. Tremere back to Varner. Varner inside Patterson. Patterson back to Tremere. Her three is good. Three-pointer by Jada Tremere will give Soddy-Daisy their first lead at 7-6 with 3.5 to play in the first quarter. Coleman inside, Ledbetter posting up. Turns on Patterson. Jumper's no good, but we'll have her first free throws of the night as Hannah Patterson will pick up her first foul of the game, coming with 3:31 to play in the first quarter, and this will put Hallie Ledbetter on the free throw line to shoot 2. Ledbetter going there, looking for her third and fourth point of the evening. Free throw by the senior is no good. She'll have a second opportunity with a chance to tie it up here at the line as Soddy-Daisy going to get Crawley out of the lineup. Candace Yother will come in replacing her. Second free throw coming from Ledbetter. She'll step back to the free throw line. Ledbetter puts this one on the way and knocks it down. So Hallie makes 1 out of 2. She's got 3 to lead Livingston, and we're all tied at 7 with 3.5 to play in the first quarter. Varner will bring the ball front court. Varner works it out top around the Yother screen. Ledbetter coming up to double team will knock it away and steal it. Ledbetter now tries to hit Coleman. Mally Jean will drop it off to Butler. Layup good. Oh, Hallie Ledbetter got it started with the defensive hustle up top. Diving on the floor to get to it. Then Coleman just able to drop it off to Butler, breaking wide open to the rim to lay it up and in. And Livingston's back in front by 2, 9-7 with 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. Left wing Patterson. Patterson holding the ball high above her head to Tremere. Tremere double teamed inside. Pass deflected by Butler. Stolen by Melton. To Butler running ahead. Butler to the rim. Driving layup good. Ellie Butler. Lady Wildcats getting out on the break. The defense making it happen as the Livingston steal turns into a quick layup for Butler. She's got 6. The Livingston lead is 4, 11-7. That's through the hands of Yoder. It's loose on the floor. Melton will get to it, but it goes out of bounds off Livingston right in front of Coach Leslie Riddle and the Lady Wildcats bench as they'll play the ball in. Right side front court with Tremere stepping out to throw in. Tremere waits for someone breaking open. They can't find anybody. That pass is deflected by Mullins. Varner will try to save it, but it's knocked away by Melton and out of bounds. Touch last by the Lady Wildcats. It'll be Soddy-Daisy to play in right beside assistant coach Billy Sales as he'll move a little bit to get out of the way of Tremere as they'll play it in right side. Inbounds goes to Varner. Varner back to Tremere. Pass deflected by Melton, stolen by Coleman. Coleman in the front court. Coleman going to run. Goes left side to Mullins. Mullins works her way in the paint all the way to the rim. Scoop layup bouncing no good. Butler will tap the rebound to Ledbetter. Coleman now to Ledbetter. Her three is good. Hallie Ledbetter. That was Melton that Butler tapped it to, and Ledbetter gets the finish. And the Lady Wildcats have jumped out by 7, 14-7. Let's take a moment to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. Frontier Chevrolet, First Church, EB Gray Jewelry, R&M Family Pharmacy, Overton County News, Puckett's Family Dentistry, Gary Maxwell Insurance, Livingston Family Healthcare, Willow Grove Marina, Wascon Incorporated, Wayne's Grill, Oakley Equipment Rental, Lucky Red Stables, Livingston Regional Hospital, W&O Construction, Farmers Insurance, Rick Savage, Maynard's Automotive, Hall Funeral Home, Bullseye Security, Exit, Rocky Top Realty, Livingston Dairy Queen, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, Jerry's IGA, Highway Tire, Puckett's Furniture and Appliances, Milton Rains and Family, Farley and Sons Construction and Excavation, Full Mower Service, Donovan Savage, and Walnut Grove Church of Christ. The front court with it is Soddy-Daisy. On the right side, Yoder. Yoder up top to Tremere. Now to Varner. Varner back up top to Hall, cutting into three-point range. She'll go to Tremere. Her three in the air is bouncing no good. Rebound Patterson. She'll take it back up and draw a foul from Livingston. Chloe Jenkins has checked in for the Lady Wildcats, and she'll be called for the foul. That will be her first foul of the game against Livingston. Going to put Hannah Patterson on the free throw line to shoot 2. Patterson going there with 1:47 to play first quarter. Free throw is good. Patterson has 3. Livingston being led by a couple of players with 6. Hallie Ledbetter and Ellie Butler each have 6. Soddy-Daisy being led by Tremere and Patterson each with 3. Patterson's second free throw is good, so she leads them with 4. And the Lady Wildcats will play it in with a 5-point lead in the basketball, 14-9, as Coleman brings it front court. Coleman, lob down low, backdoor cut by Melton. Layup good, Aaliyah Melton. Little alley-oop action on the little back screen for Melton, getting free at the rim. She'll lay it up and in and score her first 2 and extend the lead back to 7 at 16-9. Bailey Allred out there as well as Chloe Jenkins for the Lady Wildcats. Mullins getting ready to check back in at the next opportunity for Livingston. Yoder with it on the right side. Yoder holding the basketball there. Now to Hall. Hall up top Tremere. They'll swing it left side Varner. Varner back up top to Hall. Right wing now with it. Hall dribbling there. Will work her way inside. Lob up top now to Varner. Varner in the corner, Tremere inside Patterson posting up. She'll find Yoder right. Short corner baseline jumper is no good. Rebound tapped out of bounds by Livingston. Touch last by the Lady Wildcats. So Soddy-Daisy will play the ball in. Before they do, though, Emma Poston going to come in for the first time. Keely Mullins will check back in for Livingston. Coleman and Butler going to sit down. Varner stepping out to throw in. Varner up top, Hall between the circles. Hall working her way inside, backs it back out to Varner. Right corner, Patterson. Patterson back to Varner. Left side, Hall. She'll fake. She'll drive. Ball knocked away by Poston. Hall got it back. Driving layup, no good. But she'll get to the line to shoot 2 as a foul going to be called on Livingston. It's going to go on Bailey Allred. She'll pick up her first. Team second here in the first half, and this will put Olivia Hall on the free throw line to shoot 2. Hall going there for the first time as she'll step up there for the Lady Trojans. Free throw is good. Hall with her third point. Cuts the lead down to 6 again, 16-10. Ledbetter coming back in for Livingston, replacing Melton. Second free throw coming up from Hall. As she puts this one on the way, it's bouncing good. Hall got the kind bounce on the home rim. She's got her 4th point as Mullins now will bring it front court for Livingston. Mullins at the half-court circle, works it left side right in front of the Soddy-Daisy student section, who is right behind their bench. Mullins will drive, finds Poston. Poston works her way inside. Out top, Ledbetter. Ledbetter now to Allred. Allred back to Mullins now as Livingston holding for the last shot of the quarter, it looks like. Left side, Allred. Allred looks to a cutter. Poston will go out top to Jenkins. Right wing, Mullins. Mullins back up top to Ledbetter. Ledbetter left side now to Jenkins. Jenkins to Mullins. Deep three by Keeley is banking. No good. Long rebound going to kick out to Hall, and then Mullins trying to knock it away will be called for the foul. Keeley going to pick up her first, team's third here in the first half, and actually let about a half a second run off the clock, as it will be 7/10 of a second showing on the clock when Soddy-Daisy will play the ball in. Varner to throw in. She'll play it in the front court. Yother won't get the shot away, and we're through one complete. After one quarter, it's Livingston Academy 16, Soddy-Daisy 11.
Coming to you from Frontier Chevrolet in Livingston, Tennessee.
Quality care close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
Protecting the newest Overton County residents. Livingston Regional, named one of the state's best award winners for its work at reducing infant mortality. The Best Award focuses on the importance of breastfeeding, early elective delivery reduction.
Close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
Protecting the newest Overton County residents. Livingston Regional, named one of the state's best award winners for its work at reducing infant mortality. The Best Award focuses on the importance of breastfeeding, early elective delivery reduction, and safe sleep for Tennessee babies.
Quality care close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
Back to start the second quarter. Basketball will belong to Livingston Academy. The outside official has handed it off to Butler, but Soddy-Daisy hadn't taken the floor yet. Now they'll give it to Livingston as Coleman will take the inbounds and dribble up top. Now to Mullins. Mullins will drive. Mullins right side, Jenkins. She'll take the three there. It's bouncing, no good. Butler with the offensive rebound. Butler backs it back out to Coleman. Coleman out the half-court circle to set the offense. Coleman works it around the Ledbetter screen. Coleman up top to Jenkins. Down low, tried to hit Ledbetter. It's knocked away by Varner and taken away by Tremere. Back to Varner. Long pass to Crawley back in there running. Her three in the air is good on the transition bucket by Melody Crawley to knock down her first bucket. It's a three-pointer and cuts the lead down to 2 at 16-14. Ledbetter left wing three to answer is good. Hallie Ledbetter knocks down her second triple. She's got 3 in the quarter, 9 in the game, as it will be Varner to bring the ball front court. Varner now across the timeline will dribble there at the half-court circle. Goes left side to Crawley. Crawley back to Varner out top. Right wing Hall. She'll take the three there and knock it down. Oh, they're heating up outside here in this second quarter. That's the first 3 of the game for Hall. She's got 7 points in the game to lead Soddy-Daisy, and they're back to within 2 at 19-17. Mullins on the left wing. Mullins now to Coleman. Coleman deep in three-point range. Down low, Ledbetter. Jumper inside, no good, but they're going to call a foul. I think they've got Varner. She may have got away with the push early, but they'll get her on the shot here, and it will go on Varner picking up her first. No, it's going to go on Hannah Patterson picking up her second. Team second. And this will put Hallie Ledbetter at the free throw line shooting 2. The first one bounces, no good. She'll have a second opportunity. As Melton coming back in for Livingston, she'll replace Jenkins. Yother coming back in for Soddy-Daisy. She'll replace Ledbetter. Second free throw coming up from Hallie. Puts this one on the way and knocks it down. Ledbetter makes 1 out of 2 there. She's in double figures quickly with 10 now, with 6.5 to play in the first half, as it'll be Varner to bring it front court. Livingston in that matchup zone. 1-2-2. Left side Hall. Hall now to Tremere. Tremere back to Hall. Varner right back to Hall. Back to Varner. Right side Crawley. Crawley back up to Varner. Back to Crawley. Crawley back to Varner. Coleman almost anticipated that one. Melton did anticipate that long pass and will steal it. Aaliyah running all the way to the rim. Driving layup, no good. They'll call a foul on Olivia Hall and put Aaliyah Melton on the free throw line to shoot 2. Aaliyah going to the line for the first time with 6:10 to play in the second quarter, as she'll step up there for the Lady Wildcats, trying to add to a 3-point lead. Table wants to make sure who they got the foul on. The official that was at the table wasn't sure, so he checks with his teammates out there on the officiating crew. They are out of the Knoxville Association. Free throw by Melton is good. Aaliyah 1 in the quarter. She's got 3 in the game. She'll shoot a second free throw here as Melton steps back up there for the Lady Wildcats. Puts this one on the way and knocks it down. So Aaliyah hits them both there. Livingston's 3 of 3 from the free throw line here in the second quarter. They lead it again by 5, 22-17. They have led by as many as 7. Tremere in the front court. Tremere on the left wing. Works it out top to Crawley. Crawley right side to Varner. Varner deep in three-point range in the corner. Yoder looks inside. That little high post Hall. Her right elbow jumper's bouncing, no good. Ledbetter with the rebound. Ledbetter double team. Ball knocked away by Hall. Stolen by Yoder. And Yoder's going to draw a foul on Livingston and get to the line to shoot 2. Foul going to go on Aaliyah Melton. Melton will pick up her first. Team's 4th here in the first half, and this will put Candace Yoder on the free throw line to shoot 2. Yoder going there with 5:43 to play in the first half, with Livingston leading 22-17. Yoder, free throw is good. Her first point. 5 different players have scored now for Soddy-Daisy. They cut the lead down to 4 at 22-18. Tremere going to sit down. Patterson will come back in with the 2 fouls. Yoder to shoot a second free throw here. Dribbling the basketball there. Puts this one on the way and knocks it down. Kind of an odd free throw shooting motion as she extends that elbow directly out right before she releases, as you can see there on the video. Coleman, high post now to Ledbetter. Ledbetter will hand off now to Mullins. Mullins right side, Melton. Melton up top, Ledbetter. Ledbetter goes right wing now to Coleman. 3-point Livingston lead with the basketball as we approach 5 minutes to play in the first half. Coleman asking for a screen. She goes right side, tried to hit Butler. Carver knocked it away, but Butler got to it. Back up top now to Coleman. Coleman dribbling between the circles. Coleman looks back to Coach Riddle for the play call. Coleman right side to Butler. Butler back to Coleman against this man-to-man by Soddy-Daisy. Butler's 3. Bang! Ellie Butler will screen to get her free. Mally Jean Coleman, that one-handed baseball pass hit her right in the hands in a catch-and-release position. Lock and load for Butler, and she knocks down her first 3. She's got 9 for the Lady Wildcats. Yoder in the front court. Yoder holding the basketball there. Will dribble with the right hand. Yoder goes in the corner now to Crawley. Back down low, Yoder. She spins to the baseline. Ledbetter will block her, but Ledbetter will foul her. Hallie Ledbetter will pick up her first. Team's 5th here in the first half, and this will put Candace Yoder back on the free throw line to shoot 2. Yoder goes there with 4:34 to play in the first half as she'll step up there for the Lady Trojans. There you see that elbow kicking out parallel to the ground or the floor before she releases, and she tucks it back in before she shoots. This one's on the way. This one no good. Rebound Ledbetter. So she's made 3 of 4 from the free throw line, has 3 points as Coleman brings it front court. Coleman up top to Butler off a screen. Back to Coleman. Down low, Ledbetter posting up. In the lane, Butler cutting through. Ball knocked away, and a jump ball going to be called. And the arrow going to give it to Soddy-Daisy. Lady Trojans with possession with 4:21 to play in the first half as they'll get Hall to step out to throw in. Good crowd out here tonight. This is what a sub-state's supposed to be. They've got the balcony up around you, and it is a lot of people standing there. Reminds you a little bit of the movie Hoosiers with all the people up over the top of the players screaming that way. Crawley on the left wing. Crawley to Patterson stepping out in three-point range. We're halfway through the second quarter here in Chattanooga with Livingston leading 25-20. Hall banks that one home. Little runner in the lane by Olivia Hall. She's got 5 in the quarter, 9 in the game. Mullins in the front court for Livingston to Coleman. 3-point Livingston lead, 25-22. Butler on the right side. Picks up the dribble. Up top now to Coleman. High post Melton quickly. Melton back to Butler. She'll fake. She'll step around the Melton screen. Kicks it back out to Coleman. And as she makes the pass, a 3-second violation is going to be called on Livingston. Lady Wildcats called for the 3 seconds. And before they throw in, though, a couple of subs going to check in for Soddy-Daisy. Tremere checks back in. They'll get in number 11. Abby Fairs checking in for the first time. Soddy-Daisy plays the ball into Varner to bring it front court. Varner now across the timeline. Varner gets the play call from Coach Katie Wright over on the Soddy-Daisy sideline. Livingston went man-to-man in the half court. Left side, Fairs. Fairs up top. Ledbetter's got another steal. Ledbetter now to Coleman. Coleman quickly in the front court. Coleman going to drive. Coleman picks up the dribble, finds Mullins. Left side three by Keeley is bouncing, no good. Ledbetter taps the rebound, but there to control it's going to be Tremere. Tremere now to Varner. Long pass, going to get to Hall. Hall will drive. Hall will keep it to the rim. Layup good. Olivia Hall. Hall 7 in the quarter. She's got 11 in the game. Butler running the other way. Contact. Jumper's good. And she is fouled. Oh, baby. What a take by Ellie Butler. Took the contact, banked it in as she was falling out of bounds, and draws the foul on Soddy-Daisy. Premier will pick up her first. Team's fourth. Butler with a chance at a three-point play as she's in double figures with 11. Butler looking to add to this Livingston lead. Puts the free throw on the way. Rims out on it. Rebound Fairs for Soddy-Daisy. Fairs now to Varner. Varner to bring the ball front court. Will work it across the timeline. Coleman going to pick her up there. Varner dribbling with the right hand. The hand check going to be called on Mally Jean Coleman. Coleman will pick up her first. Team foul number 6 on the Lady Wildcats. 6 fouls on 6 different players for Livingston in this first half, so nobody has more than one. As Tremere will step out to throw in. Plays it in to Varner. They double team. Varner dribbling with the left hand, falls down, turns it over. Butler in the front court. Butler to the rim, driving layup good. Ellie Butler. Butler 7 in the quarter. She's got 13 in the game to lead all scorers. And Livingston back out by 5, 29-24. They have led by as many as 7. Soddy-Daisy led on one occasion at 7-6. That's been their only lead, the 1-point advantage. Fairs up top, might have been hopping around. Coleman's got a deflection. Coleman's got a steal. Coleman will drop it off to Butler to the rim. Layup rims out. Mullins with the offensive rebound. In the lane, Melton. Her jumper inside. Good. Aaliyah Melton. Melton knocks down the field goal after the offensive rebound by Keeley Mullins. And the Lady Wildcats match their biggest lead now at 7. 31-24 as we move under 2 minutes to play in the first half. Hall in the front court to Fairs. Fairs dribbling, falling down, saves it to Varner. Left corner now to Hall. Hall dribbling through traffic, draws some contact, goes inside Patterson, turns to her left. Melton blocked it. Melton rebounded it. Now to Coleman. Coleman in the front court for Livingston. Coleman across the timeline. Emma Poston ready to check in at the next dead ball for Livingston. Coleman now to Butler. Butler to Mullins. Mullins will drive. Mullins outside Melton. Now to Coleman. Coleman hands off Butler. Butler has it knocked away, taken away by Hall. Varner knocked it free. Hall to the rim, driving layup good. Olivia Hall. The steal and the finish for Hall. She's got 13 now to lead Soddy-Daisy and to tie Ellie Butler to lead all scorers with 13 as Coleman going to walk it across the timeline as we move under a minute to play in the first half. Coleman there at the half-court circle. Coleman gets in the paint all the way to the rim. Driving layup, bounces no good. Rebound Fairs for Soddy-Daisy. Fairs now to Varner. Varner across the timeline. Varner now to Patterson. Patterson back out to Varner at the half-court circle. Varner now to set the offense with 40 seconds to play in the first half. Right side, Patterson. Patterson dribbling with the left hand to Tremere. Left side they go to Varner. Her three in the airs off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound Mullins. Mullins now going to slow it down. Livingston going to hold for the last shot of the half as Coleman going to walk it across the timeline. Coleman in the front court for the Lady Wildcats. 20 seconds to play in the first half here in Soddy-Daisy. Coleman dribbling there at the half-court circle. You see that logo on the floor. Reminds you of the San Diego Padres logo. The LA of Livingston, of course, just like the Los Angeles Dodgers logo. Melton's three in the air is good. Aaliyah Melton. Melton knocks down the triple as we close out the half. And the Lady Wildcats go into the locker room with their biggest lead of the night at 8 at halftime. It's Livingston Academy 34, Soddy-Daisy 26. We'll have the second half coming up in just a little bit.
Hey guys, this is Jason coming to you from Frontier Chevrolet. Glad to be a part of the halftime event here in Livingston, Tennessee. I want to remind you guys, we're at 2350 Cookeville Highway here in Livingston, Tennessee. And one thing we're looking forward to is helping the community out, being able to be a part of the kids' life here in Overton County, in town Livingston. Something we've been looking forward to helping for a pretty good while. Want to give recognition to a couple of students. We're doing 2 students at a time here for the halftime show for Students of the Month. And guys, we're glad to be a part of it. Thank you.
Back here at Soddy-Daisy High School in Chattanooga as we get ready for this second half. Still a little bit away, but let's take a moment to look at our scoring from the first half of play. First of all, for Soddy-Daisy as they come in 23-11 into the game tonight. Good first half by Olivia Hall. 13 points at halftime for Hall, including 2 of 2 from the free throw line. She's made 1 3-point field goal. 4 points in the first half for Hannah Patterson. She was 2 of 2 from the free throw line. 3 points at halftime for Jada Tremere. She made 1 3-point field goal. 3 in the first half for Candace Yother. She was 3 of 4 from the free throw line. As a team, Soddy-Daisy made 7 of 8 from the free throw line. They made 3 3-point field goals in the first half of play. Only player for Soddy-Daisy with more than 1 foul is Hannah Patterson. Hannah Patterson has 2. Cameron Varner has 1. Olivia Hall has 1 in the first half. For Livingston, Lady Wildcats being led by Ellie Butler. 13 points at halftime for Butler. She made 1 3-point field goal, was 0 of 1 from the free throw line. 10 points in the first half for Hallie Ledbetter. She went 2 of 4 from the free throw line, made 2 3-point field goals. 9 points at halftime for Aaliyah Melton. She was 2 of 2 from the free throw line, made 1 3-point field goal. 2 in the first half for Keely Mullins to give Livingston their total of 34. Lady Wildcats got to the free throw line 7 times. They made 4 of 7 from the free throw line. They made 4 3-point field goals in the first half of play. Let's take a moment to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. W&O Construction, Farmers Insurance, Rick Savage, Maynard's Automotive, Hall Funeral Home, Bullseye Security, Exit Rocky Top Realty, Livingston Dairy Queen, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, Jerry's IGA, Highway Tire, Puckett's Furniture and Appliances, Milton Rains and Family, Farley & Sons Construction and Excavation, Full Mower Service, Donovan Savage, Walnut Grove Church of Christ, Frontier Chevrolet, First Church, E.B. Gray Jewelry, R&M Family Pharmacy, Overton County News, Puckett's Family Dentistry, Gary Maxwell Insurance, Livingston Family Healthcare, Willow Grove Marina, Wascon Incorporated, Wayne's Grill, Oakley Equipment Rental, Lucky Red Stables, and Livingston Regional Hospital. Lady Wildcats leading 34-26 at the half. They led 16-11 at the end of the first quarter, so they outscored Soddy-Daisy 18-15 in that. At the end of the first quarter, they outscored them 18-15 in that second quarter to extend the lead to 8 from 5 where it was at halftime, so they extend it to 8 at 34-26. Livingston playing the early game here in the region for around our area, as they're one of the ones traveling here to East Tennessee, so a lot of other games. Upperman, the Region 4 AAA tournament champions, they will play at 7 o'clock at home against Signal Mountain, so they'll tip off in about 15 minutes. I'm sure quite a few people from down there may be watching us here on Overton Events. We've had some glitches with the picture. We apologize for that. Tyler tells me it's something to do with the hotspot here with the video. We are trying to get it straightened out and get everything taken care of as we get ready for this second half. Livingston Academy with the 8-point lead. The basketball will belong to the Lady Wildcats to start the second half here in Soddy-Daisy. It's hard to say that SD logo looks just like the San Diego Padres logo from Major League Baseball. The LA logo looks just like the Los Angeles Dodgers logo, so kind of like a NFC West matchup tonight with Livingston Academy and Soddy-Daisy, kind of like the Dodgers and the Padres getting ready to go at it here. As Coleman to throw in for Livingston to get the second half underway. Happy to have you with us as the inbounds goes to Mullins. Soddy-Daisies went 2-3 here. Mullins, left side, Melton to Ledbetter. Short corner jumper on the left side's good. Hallie Ledbetter. Ledbetter loves that little mid-range jumper. If they're not going to rotate out to her any better than that, she'll have a field day against this 2-3. Varner in the front court. Left side to Crawley. Crawley in front of that student section, right behind Coach Katie Wright and assistant coach Randy Ellis as they go right side to Tremere. In the corner now to Varner. Skip pass stolen by Coleman. Coleman to Butler running ahead. Butler to the rim. Layup good. Ellie Butler. Oh, I'd love to know how many runouts those two have combined. Mally Jean Coleman just dropping a dime to Ellie Butler running to the rim. Happens so many times. Butler's got 15 and the Lady Wildcats lead it by 12, 38-26. Scoring the first 4 of the second half. Patterson inside. Patterson back out to Varner. Varner swings it right side. Crawley. Crawley back to Varner between the circles. Varner back to Crawley on the right wing. Crawley back up top to Varner. Varner goes inside. Patterson posting up. Patterson will skip it in the corner. Tremere, a step inside the three-point line. Rebound batted out by Mullins. Coleman diving on the floor. Butler diving on the floor. She'll save it to Melton. 3 of the Lady Wildcats laying out on the floor to get possession of that basketball in a 12-point lead. They know how important this is as the Lady Wildcats trying to get back to the state tournament for the first time since 2014. Mullins up top to Coleman between the circles. Coleman works it to the right side, now to Mullins. Mullins in the corner, Melton. Aaliyah for 3. Bang! Aaliyah Melton draining the triple. She's got her second 3. 12 in the game for Melton. 7 straight for Livingston to start the second half. Going back to the Melton 3. They've scored 10 in a row as she ended the half with a three-pointer, and they lead at 41-26 with 2 minutes gone here in the third. Crawley on the left side. Crawley to Hall at the half-court circle. Right side they go to Varner. Varner in the corner, Tremere. Tremere deep in three-point range. Will dribble out. Tremere now will cross it over. Works her way inside. Gets to the rim. Driving layup, no good. Rebound batted out of bounds by Coleman. Touch last by the Lady Wildcats. Basketball going to stay with Soddy-Daisy as they'll play it in on the end line. Varner stepping out to throw in. Can't find anybody. Finally, Crawley fading on the wing. Crawley now will go up top to Hall. Hall at the half-court circle. We want to say a special thank you to Wascon Incorporated for paying our TSSAA broadcast rights fees to be able to bring this game to you here tonight in Chattanooga. Without them and all our sponsors, it would be impossible for us to bring these games to you, so let our sponsors know that you appreciate them being a part of our broadcast here on Overton Events. Hall on the left side. Hall dribbling top of the key. Hall works it right side, Patterson. Patterson up top now to Tremere. Left wing, Crawley. Crawley inside, Patterson posting up, spins to her left. Melton got a piece of the shot. Melton blocked that one, but Patterson sticks with it and scores on the third opportunity. Patterson 2 in the quarter. She's got 6 in the game. The first 2 of the second half for Soddy-Daisy coming at the 5-minute mark. Coleman in the front court to Butler. Butler back to Coleman at the half-court circle. Coleman holding the basketball there for Livingston. Coleman lob in the lane to Melton at the high post. Oh, Coleman had broken wide open. Melton didn't see her. Butler, left wing for 3. That one's bouncing, no good. Melton with the offensive board to Ledbetter. Her jumper is off the rim, no good. Butler with another offensive rebound, but it dribbles on the end line. Touch last by the Lady Wildcats. Basketball going to stay. Going to go to Soddy-Daisy as they'll play it in the backcourt to Varner. Varner now to walk the ball across the timeline. Soddy-Daisy's cut the lead to 13 at 41-28. Crawley on the right side. Crawley to Patterson between the circles. Left side they go to Varner. Varner up top, Tremere. Tremere, right wing now to Crawley. Crawley holding the basketball there. Looks to a cutter. Pass stolen by Melton. Then knocked free. It rolls right to Tremere, who lays it up and in. Kind bounce that time for Jada Tremere as she gets to the rim to lay it up and in for her 5th point. Melton in the front court for Livingston to Mullins on the left wing. Mullins backdoor alley-oop to Melton. Her layup good. Aaliyah Melton. Couple of times they've worked that little down screen for Melton. She's gotten free at the rim. Patterson didn't rotate quickly enough, and Aaliyah lays it up and in for her 5th of the quarter. 14 points in the game. Livingston back out by 13, 43-30. Crawley cutting inside. Rejected by Ledbetter. Taken away by Ledbetter. Coleman to Mullins running. Mullins going to drive on Hall. Gets inside. Layup banking, no good. Rebound tap control by Hall. Hall in the front court on the dribble. Hall will drive. Hall gets inside. Coleman knocked it away, but knocked it out of bounds. Touch last by Livingston. Basketball going to stay with Soddy-Daisy as Yoder going to check back in. Before they do, though, Soddy-Daisy going to take a 30-second timeout. We'll take a moment to thank our sponsors, W&O Construction, Farmers Insurance, Rick Savage, Maynard's Automotive, Hall Funeral Home, Bullseye Security, Exit Rocky Top Realty, Livingston Dairy Queen, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, Jerry's IGA, Highway Tire, Puckett's Furniture and Appliances, Milton Rains and Family, Farley & Sons Construction and Excavation, Full Mower Service, Dobbin Savage, Walnut Grove Church of Christ, Frontier Chevrolet, First Church, E.B. Gray Jewelry, R&M Family Pharmacy, Overton County News, Puckett's Family Dentistry, Gary Maxwell Insurance, Livingston Family Healthcare, Willow Grove Marina, Wascon Incorporated, Wayne's Grill, Oakley Equipment Rental, Lucky Red Stables, and Livingston Regional Hospital. Varner to play the ball in on the baseline. She'll lob it in the corner now, Tremere. Tremere's pass going to be out of bounds. Nobody could get to that one as Tremere just missed everybody there. That one just bounced out of bounds. A couple of Livingston players trying to get to it. No Soddy-Daisy player was anywhere close. And it just rolls into the front row of a huge Livingston crowd that's made their way down here from the Upper Cumberland. Coleman right side, Melton. Melton down low to Butler posting up. Butler's jumper blocked, but a foul will be called on Tremere. Foul will go on Jada Tremere. She'll pick up her second. Team's first here in the second half, and this will put Ellie Butler on the free throw line to shoot 2. Butler stepping up there with the Lady Wildcats with exactly 3 minutes to play in the third. The sophomore puts this one on the way and knocks it down. Butler 3 in the quarter. She's got 16 in the game to lead all scorers as she'll shoot a second free throw here. Stepping back up there, puts this one on the way and knocks it down. Ellie, 4 in the quarter, 17 in the game as Patterson will go inbounds to Varner. Varner now to bring it across the timeline. Varner works at front court. Varner against this matchup zone to Yoder. Yoder on the right wing. Yoder dribbling with the left hand, works around the Patterson screen. Left side now to Varner. In the corner, Tremere down low, tried to hit Yoder. Ledbetter with the steal. Ledbetter then trying to make the outlet to Butler, but Varner comes in to knock it away and steal it, and then Butler trying to take it back will pick up the foul. Ellie Butler will pick up number 1, team foul number 1 here in the second half against Livingston. As Chloe Jenkins going to check back in for the Lady Wildcats, she'll replace Aaliyah Melton. Tremere stepping out to throw in. Jada Tremere to play it in. Left side right at the end of their student section as the inbounds goes to Varner. Quickly to Patterson. Down low, Yoder. Yoder will fake right, goes left. Shot blocked by Jenkins. Jenkins will get control of it to Coleman. Coleman now to Mullins. Mullins in the front court. Keeley going to pull up from 17 and knock it down. Soft touch just to settle into the webbing for Keeley Mullins. She's got 2 in the quarter, 4 in the game. Livingston's out by 17 now, 47-30. The front court with it, Varner. Varner right side to Yoder. Yoder looks to a cutter inside. Can't get the ball down low with Mullins all over her defensively. Hall goes left side to Varner. Varner right wing, Patterson. Patterson deep in three-point range. Will dribble with the right hand. Patterson in the corner, Yoder. Yoder back to Hall. Fakes left, goes right, gets inside. Crowd wanted a double dribble. I think they should have gotten one. Ledbetter with the rebound. She'll go to Coleman. Coleman one-handed past Mullins. Mullins will dribble back out with the right hand. Smart decision by Keeley. Livingston with the 17-point lead in the basketball with 1.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. A score here can make this a very tough hill to climb for the Lady Trojans. Butler up top, Jenkins. Jenkins left side, Coleman. Coleman to Butler, cutting down low. Ellie left-hand layup, no good. Rebound tapped on the floor. Varner will come up with it. Varner quickly in the front court to Hall. Hall will drive. Hall gets inside. Layup good. And she is fouled by Molly Jean Coleman. Olivia Hall has a chance in an old-fashioned three-point play as Coleman will pick up her second. Team second here in the second half. And Olivia Hall stepping to the free throw line. Before she goes, though, Hallie Ledbetter and Ellie Butler are going to sit down. Aaliyah Melton and Bailey Allred going to come back in for Livingston. Hall to the free throw line, shooting 2. One. The three-point play is good by Olivia Hall as she hits the free throw to complete the three-point opportunity and cut the lead to 14 at 47-33. And Soddy-Daisy into some full court pressure. Coleman over the top of it to Mullins. Mullins in the front court on the dribble. Mullins just gets around Tremere. Mullins up top, Coleman. Coleman now to Melton. Aaliyah thought about the deep three, didn't take it. Mullins will fake the three. She'll step inside the lane. Jumper's good. Keeley Mullins. Little dribble drive by Mullins, breaking them down off the dribble as she'll knock home her 6th point of the game and extend the lead back to 16 at 49-33. Hall left side, Patterson in the corner, Tremere. We're under 1 minute to play in the third. Patterson now to number 2. That's Riley Edmondson that's checked in for the first time for Soddy-Daisy. Tremere back to Edmondson. Edmondson dribbling with the right hand. Back to Tremere. It is Tremere. Back to Edmondson. Inside, Yoder came to the rim. Shot blocked by Jenkins, but this time they'll call a foul on Chloe as she'll pick up her second. Team's third here in the second half. Going to put Candace Yoder on the free throw line to shoot 2. She's been pretty good at drawing fouls from Livingston Academy as she's 3 of 4 from the free throw line. This one's on the way and good. Yoder 1 in the quarter. She's got 4 in the game. Second free throw coming up. She'll step back up there for the Lady Trojans. They honored the 1968 team, the last team to win the region championship here at Soddy-Daisy. This one's on the way, no good. Patterson had the rebound knocked away from her. It's still loose on the floor. Edmondson finally gets control of it, and she's going to be held and fouled by Livingston. So that was the last one. Aaliyah Melton going to pick up her second foul. Team's fourth here in the second half. Next year will be the 50th anniversary of the first Lady Wildcat team that went to the state tournament in 1974. I certainly hope they're able to do something to recognize that team. Coleman with a steal to Mullins in the front court. Mullins backs it back out to Coleman. Coleman there at the half-court circle. 18 seconds to play in the quarter. Livingston going to hold for the last shot. Hall not close enough for the 5-second count to begin. Now Coleman will dribble to break the 5. Coleman around the Melton screen. Back to Melton on the pick and pop. Melton will drive, gets inside. Shot blocked out of bounds by Soddy-Daisy, but it will stay with Livingston. Lady Wildcats to play it in on the inline, as it will be Coleman stepping out to throw in with 4.3 seconds to play in the quarter. Lob in the lane, Melton. Her jumper from 12 is good. Aaliyah Melton to end the quarter. So after 3, it's Livingston Academy 51, Soddy-Daisy 34 as the Livingston crowd comes to its feet to recognize the effort the Lady Wildcats putting forth tonight here in Chattanooga.
Close to home. Living.
Hello, friends. Josh Ford with Puckett's Furniture since 1954, and I'm excited to announce Puckett's 50% inventory liquidation going on now. Huge markdowns, clearly marked on big discount price tags. Every single piece has been put on the bargain block. Many one-of-a-kind items, now is the time to buy. Tax time is here, and I want your business. Hurry before these tremendous selections and values disappear. That's Puckett's 50% inventory liquidation. Come on down!
Here at Soddy-Daisy High School in Chattanooga. I guess we're not technically in Chattanooga yet, but they're kind of on the outskirts of Chattanooga, as it will be Soddy-Daisy with possession. Edmondson to Tremere on the left side. Tremere holding the basketball there. Up top, Patterson. This motion offense against the matchup by Livingston to Edmondson on the right wing. Edmondson up top now to who is that? That is Yoder with it up top. Again, I can't see those numbers. Hall going to be called for the travel on the drive. They put a lot of people with blonde hair out there that kind of makes it hard to figure out as those numbers. They just kind of wash out on that gold on the white. Inbounds goes to Poston, who's back in there for Livingston. Emma will bring it across the timeline. Poston on the right wing will back it back out with the left-hand dribble. Poston there at the half-court circle. Left side all red. All red. We'll go inside to Ledbetter, cutting the lane. Jumper from 12, good. Hallie Ledbetter. Quick turnaround by Hallie. She's got 2 in the quarter, 14 in the game, and Livingston extends the lead to 19, their biggest lead of the night at 53-34 as we approach 7 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Patterson on the left side, trying to get back to the state tournament for the 20th time in program history. They last made it in 2014. Trying to get back for number 20. They've won 4 state championships as Patterson will drive. Her shot blocked by Melton. Ledbetter gets control, then Patterson knocked it for Tremere. Tremere driving layup, good. Good hustle there by Soddy-Daisy as Jada Tremere gets to that one, lays it up and in to score her 7th point. Butler now to Poston. Where was that? I was running down the number of wins for Livingston at the state tournament. They've been prior to this 19 times. They've won 4 state championships. Finished runner-up 5 times. Melton, the lane, offensive foul going to be called on Aaliyah Melton. She'll pick up her 3rd. Finished runner-up 5 times, so they've been to the championship game 9 times, have the Lady Wildcats. They try to get back to Murfreesboro for state tournament trip number 20 if they can hold on to this 17-point advantage for another 6 minutes and 28 seconds. Inbounds goes to Varner to bring it front court. Varner across the timeline will go right side now to Yoder. and a whistle away from the ball, and a timeout going to be called by Soddy-Daisy. They'll take a full. We'll take it with them. 6:21 to play in the fourth. It's Livingston 53, Soddy-Daisy 36.
Hey guys, this is Jason coming to you from Frontier Chevrolet in Livingston, Tennessee, 2350 Cookeville Highway under new management. That is correct. Under new management here at Frontier Chevrolet. Guys, I want to let you guys know about all of the vehicles that we have on the lot right now. We have a big super savings event going on. And if you haven't noticed, we're giving back to the community. We had a turkey giveaway here on Thanksgiving. Be looking forward again coming around Christmas time. We believe it's going back and helping the community a lot. So we want you guys to make sure you like and share the post. That way everybody gets the opportunity to come up here and get a gift at no cost at all to you.
Back after the timeout as we get ready to put play back in. Coach, former Livingston Academy girls basketball coach Merle Smith, former volleyball coach, won a state championship at Livingston Academy of volleyball. He just came up and told me that also I did leave one out, Karen White and Jenna Baltimore, Casey Baltimore, and JC Baltimore all made it to the state tournament for Livingston Academy. That three's no good, so there's the sixth one of a mother-daughter tandem that had made the state tournament. Karen, I apologize for not including you in the first round there when we talked about it. Post in the front court to Butler on the right side. Butler around the Melton screen will drive, gets inside, reverse layup, good. Ellie Butler. Butler 2 in the quarter. She's got 19 in the game. And again, like I said, there may be more because the history is very rich with 20 trips to the state tournament for the Lady Wildcats coming up if they make this one. So there's quite a few of them that have had a chance to do that. And if you want to let me know, I'd be more than happy to let other people know. Yoder on the right side. We'll back it back out to Hall. Hall dribbling at the half-court circle. Goes left side now to Varner. In the corner, Tremere. Tremere will drive. Drops it inside to Varner. To Yoder. Her layup's good, and she is fouled. Foul going to go on Livingston. It will go on Emma Poston. Poston will pick up her first. Team 6th here in the second half. But Yoder with a chance at a three-point play as she has her first 2 of the fourth quarter. Poston and Allred going to sit down. Coleman and Mullins coming back in for Livingston. Coach Riddle's seen them cut to 17. Free throw by Yoder is good. Yoder, 3 in the quarter. She's got 7 in the game. Long lead to Butler driving to the rim. Layup right side, good. Ellie Butler. There she is again. The run out by Butler. She's got 4 in the quarter. 21 in the game. Buckets for Ellie as she leads all scorers. Crawley in the front court back in there for Soddy-Daisy. Crawley dribbles to the right side, swings it off the hands of Varner and out of bounds. Turnover by Soddy-Daisy. We'll give it right back to Livingston. Lady Wildcats with a chance to take their biggest lead on this possession. And on the throw-in, an offensive foul going to be called on Livingston, I believe. Let's wait and see. It will go on Mally Jean Coleman. Called for the push, trying to get free. She'll pick up her third. Team 7th. Player control, though, so no free throws, and Soddy-Daisy will have possession. It is an offensive foul. The score table wanted to make sure that they shouldn't be shooting free throws. They're at home. You got to ask that question. As Tremere to play it in. Tremere goes inbounds. Varner. Varner dribbling between the circles. Varner inside now to Tremere. Her jumper banking no good. Rebound Yoder. Yoder's pass stolen by Mullins. Mullins to Butler. Butler driving on Varner. Varner knocked it away. Butler will keep it. Mullins now to Coleman. Coleman there at the half-court circle to set the offense for the Lady Wildcats. Coleman dribbling with the left hand. Coleman, right side Butler. Butler works her way to the free throw line. Back to Melton, but as Ellie made that pass, she slipped a little bit, and the travel going to be called. It'll be Soddy-Daisy to play the ball in on the end line as the inbounds will go to Varner. 4.5 to play here in the fourth quarter. Livingston leading comfortably, 57-39. Yoder posting up. Coleman just took it away. Coleman controlling for Livingston. Now tried to hit Mullins, but the pass gets away, and then Tremere threw it away. They'll keep possession on the good hustle by Mally Jean Coleman, and the Lady Wildcats will throw it in the backcourt. Butler to throw in against man-to-man pressure now by Soddy-Daisy. Butler goes inbounds to Ledbetter, to Melton, breaking right to the rim. Layup no good. Yoder blocked her, but blocked it out of bounds. It'll stay with Livingston. Good hustle by Yother. Getting there to block that shot, but Livingston will keep possession. They'll throw it in. If Livingston holds on and wins the opening round of the state tournament, as Melton jumper inside, banking good, Aaliyah Melton. Aaliyah's got 18. The Livingston lead is 20, and Soddy-Daisy wants a timeout. Livingston doing their best to run them out of the gym right here as they lead at 59-39. Livingston actually taking the timeout. We'll take a moment to thank our sponsors making tonight's broadcast possible. W&O Construction, Farmers Insurance, Rick Savage, Maynard's Automotive, Hall Funeral Home, Bullseye Security, Exit Rocky Top Realty, Livingston Dairy Queen, Physical Medicine Center, Jerry's IGA, Highway Tire, Puckett's Furniture and Appliances, Milton Rains and Family, Farley & Sons Construction and Excavation, Full Mower Service, Donovan Savage, Walnut Grove Church of Christ, Livingston Regional Hospital, Lucky Red Stables, Oakley Equipment Rental, Wayne's Grill, Wascon Incorporated, Willow Grove Marina, Livingston Family Healthcare, Gary Maxwell Insurance, Puckett's Family Dentistry, Overton County News, R&M Family Pharmacy, E.B. Gray Jewelry, First Church, and Frontier Chevrolet. As it will be Soddy-Daisy playing the ball in as the inbounds goes to Varner. Varner now to bring it across the timeline. Varner working the basketball there. We'll go to Yother. Yother tried to hit Crowley. Mullins will knock it away and knock it out of bounds. Touch last by Livingston as we're halfway through the fourth quarter with Livingston leading 59-39. Tremere stepping out to throw in. As Tremere to play the ball in the front court to Varner. Varner, right side Crawley. And Crawley's out of bounds. Stepped on the sideline on that long pass to Crawley. Just not aware of where she was on the floor in the unforced turnover. We'll give it to Livingston Academy. Inbounds goes to Coleman. Coleman now to bring it front court, and she's going to be pushed and fouled by Crawley. Melody Crawley will pick up her first. That's only the second foul committed by Soddy-Daisy here in the second half. So Livingston will play it in with 3:45 to play in the fourth as they'll throw in the backcourt. Before they do, though, Soddy-Daisy going to get a sub in for the first time as they'll have number 15. That is Emma Harding checking in for the first time. Livingston to bring the ball front court. Coleman across the timeline. Coleman right side Butler. Butler turns and faces up on Varner. Butler now with the left-hand dribble. Left wing now to Coleman. Coleman way out in three-point range. Right side Mullins. Keeley fakes the three. Mullins tried to go inside. Pass knocked away. Mullins got it back. Mullins now looks to try to save it, but it's taken away by Harding. Soddy-Daisy with the steal. Hall in the front court. Hall will drive. Gets inside. Ball knocked away, but on the drive, a foul going to be called on Livingston. Foul going to go on the Lady Wildcats as it will go on Mally Jean Coleman. And she'll pick up her fourth. Coleman picks up number 4 with 3:15 to play in the fourth. Olivia Hall back to the free throw line to shoot 2. First one's on the way and no good. Hall 16 in the game to lead Soddy-Daisy. She's now 3 of 4 from the free throw line, having made her first 3. Livingston being led by Ellie Butler with 21. Hall makes the second free throw. She's got 17, the only player for Soddy-Daisy in double figures with the 17. Livingston also with Butler. They have Aaliyah Melton with 18. Hallie Ledbetter with 14. Coleman in the front court for Livingston. Coleman on the right side for the Lady Wildcats. Coleman deep in three-point range. Coleman dribbles out with the left hand. Coleman now will work to the left side to set the offense. Coleman dribbling top of the key around the Melton screen. Handoff goes to Butler. Butler at the free throw line. Kicks it out to Coleman. Coleman up top, Mullins. Keeley fakes the 3. Mullins will drive, gets inside. Layup, no good, but she'll go to the line to shoot 2 as Olivia Hall going to pick up her second foul. Team's third here in the second half, but it will put Keeley Mullins on the free throw line to shoot 2 as she steps up there for the Lady Wildcats. Now the AAA state tournament will begin on Tuesday. It's the first 4 games of the tournament as the free throw by Mullins is no good. She'll have a second opportunity. So if Livingston holds on and wins here, they'll play with the first game beginning at 10, then 11:30, then 1, then 2:30. Second free throw by Mullins is good, so that's on Tuesday. So make your plans now if you're planning on going because they lead by 20. Now with 2.5 to play in the game. Lob down low, thrown out of bounds. Turnover by Soddy-Daisy. Going to give it back to Livingston. Melton stepping out to throw in. They will have to draw either tonight or tomorrow night as Ledbetter, or tomorrow morning as Ledbetter and Mullins will leave. Allred and Jenkins coming back in. Melton goes inbounds to Coleman. Coleman now to bring it across the timeline. Will lob it to Allred Rain on the left side. Allred back to Coleman. Coleman deep in three-point range. Now we will not be able to carry video. We're going to have to send in a request as Coleman will drive all the way to the rim. Layup good. Mally Jean Coleman just shook free of the defender. Mally Jean has her first two of the contest. And Livingston out by 22, 62-40. We won't be able to carry video for you here on Overton Events of the state tournament. We will have to send in a request to be able to do audio, and that will have to be approved, so we don't know if we'll be able to do that or not. There's a steal by Coleman. Coleman's got Butler ahead. There it is. Butler to the rim. Layup good. Ellie Butler. Butler 6 in the quarter, 23 in the game. Livingston's going back to the state tournament for the first time in 9 years and for the 20th time in program history. Yoder in the front court with a minute and a half to play. To Harding. The Livingston crowd coming to its feet. Varner will drive. Her jumper's no good. Melton with the rebound. Melton now to Coleman. Coleman to bring it front court for the Lady Wildcats. Coleman going to slowly walk it up. This big crowd that made their way down here from Overton County showing respect to the Lady Wildcats, and Coach Riddle wanting a timeout to get some young players on the floor, and Livingston wanting a little bit of a 30-second timeout to celebrate a little bit as Coach Riddle with a big hug for the players for the Lady Wildcats as Livingston leads 64-40. I don't think she's going to take any of the timeout, really, as Chloe Jenkins stays out there, Bailey Allred out there, Emma Poston still out there, Cora Copeland in for the first time, J.C. Garrett in for the first time, Soddy-Daisy getting some new players in as well. They've only got 4, though. They got to get a 5th for the Lady Trojans, as now they have a 5th player ready to check in. They'll try to track those as they get the ball on offense. Inbounds goes to Poston. Poston now will bring it across the timeline. Poston works it to the left side to Allred. Allred. Pass deflected and taken away. There's a steal by number 2, Briley Edmondson back in there. Edmondson across the timeline. Edmondson. They'll swing it left corner. 3 ball in the air is bouncing. No good. Rebound taken away by Poston for Livingston. Then Edmondson will knock it out of bounds. But it will stay with the Lady Wildcats as they'll play it in with 59 seconds to play in the game. Livingston going to get into the ball game for the first time. Number 1, Mally Carwile. Number 23, Mila Daly. And number 32, J.C. Collins checking in for the Lady Wildcats. Daly will bring it front court on the dribble. Daly across the timeline. Daly dribbling top of the key. Daly has it knocked away. They battle for it at the half-court line. It's still loose, and the jump ball going to be called, and the arrow going to keep it with Livingston Academy. Lady Wildcats will play it in front court with 48 seconds to play in the game. Livingston's going to go to 27-7. Soddy-Daisy going to see their Cinderella season come to an end at 23-12 here in the sectional round of play. Garrett will drive. Garrett has it knocked away. Ball is loose and out of bounds off Soddy-Daisy. It will stay with Livingston Academy. 38 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter as Livingston with a road sectional win, road sub-state win. Inbounds goes to Carwile on the left side. Carwile down low. Went off the hands of Copeland, taken away by Soddy-Daisy. They got up with it, but the official at this point not going to call that as Edmondson brings it front court. Down low, Soddy-Daisy posting up. They'll take the 3 on this right side. It's rimming no good by Fairs as the Hog-Eye chant here in Chattanooga. And a jump ball going to be called, and the arrow going to keep it with Soddy-Daisy. Livingston trying to set up a rematch with Upperman. That's what everybody in the Upper Cumberland area would love to see. It would have to happen in the finals if you have 2 teams from the same district in the state tournament. They have to be on opposite sides of the bracket, so you got to win 2 for each of them. Well, Upperman's got to still win at home against Signal Mountain to try to get that rematch with Livingston. Up top, Edmondson, she'll drive. Goes in the corner now for the 3 ball in the air, which is no good. Rebound tapped around, it's loose. Soddy-Daisy will get it. The jumper at the buzzer is going to be good, as scoring that one is Hannah Patterson for her 8th, and that will be your final score. It is, well, it's a 3-pointer, they say, for Patterson. So Livingston wins it by a final score of 64 to 43 to move to the state tournament on Tuesday. Time to be determined. First AAA game will be played at 10 a.m., and then the other three will follow after that. We said with the loss, Soddy-Daisy sees their season come to an end at 23-12. As the final scoring for Soddy-Daisy, Melody Crawley ends up with 3 points. 17 points on the night for Olivia Hall. 7 points scored tonight by Jada Tremere. 7 in the game for Candace Yother. And 9 points scored tonight by Hannah Patterson to give them their total of 43. For Livingston, Hallie Ledbetter ends the night with 14. 18 points in the game for Aaliyah Melton. 7 points scored tonight by Keely Mullins. 2 in the game for Mally Jean Coleman. 23 tonight for Ellie Butler to give them their total of 64. With the win, Livingston moves their record to 27-7, and they'll go to the state tournament for the 20th time in school history, and they'll play on Tuesday either 10, 11:30, 1, or 2:30 for the Lady Wildcats on Tuesday. That still to be determined by the draw coming up either tonight or in the morning.